Hello, and welcome to Prentice's Echoes. Have you ever said yes when you desperately wanted to say no? Have you ever felt that wave of guilt or even betrayal after finally setting a boundary? This is one of the biggest traps of our time. We've been raised to believe that love and kindness mean self-sacrifice. We are afraid of hurting others, so we allow ourselves to be hurt. But as Jay Shetty reminds us, healthy boundaries are not an act of selfishness. They are an act of self-care that allows others to love you for who you truly are. Today, we are going to deconstruct the myth of emotional responsibility. I will give you the 3 crucial steps to set boundaries with clarity, calmness, and, most importantly, without any guilt. It's time to protect your energy. Step 1. The responsibility contract the problem, taking ownership of other people's emotions. Guilt comes from the mistaken belief that you are responsible for another person's emotional state. This is an impossible burden to carry. If you say no and they get upset, you take that anger as proof that you did something wrong. The action, the principle of emotional ownership. The first act of liberation is to rewrite your responsibility contract. You must understand your role. You are responsible for your intention, your clarity, and your action. Their role, they are responsible for their reaction, their interpretation, and the management of their own feelings. Concrete action. Visualize an invisible line between yourself and the other person. When you set a boundary, and they react poorly, tell yourself mentally, I was clear. Their sadness/anger is their property. I am not responsible for their difficulty in accepting my reality. You create a psychological space between the boundary and the reaction. This is where the guilt begins to dissolve. Step 2. The clarity filter the problem, leaving room for negotiation. We often set boundaries with excuses or justifications. I can't help you because I'm very tired, and my dog is sick. Excuses open the door to negotiation. The other person can argue against your excuse and force you to reverse your decision. The action, the naked and friendly no. The healthiest boundary is one that is clear, concise, and devoid of justification. The goal is kind clarity. Concrete action. Formula 1, simple, no, I can't do that. No excuse. Period. Formula 2, with compassion, I appreciate you thinking of me, but my capacity is full. I have to decline. The I have to is internal, non-negotiable. Practice the naked and friendly no. The shorter your response, the stronger your boundary. The brevity of your answer is proof that your decision is already integrated, and you don't need to defend it. Step 3, value alignment the problem, sacrificing fundamental needs. The only reason you feel guilty about setting a boundary is that you are sacrificing a fundamental value, like rest or focus, for a less important one, like approval. If you don't define what you are protecting, you will never feel justified in saying no. The action, the principle of the sacred. Define what is sacred in your life. These are the non-negotiables that ensure your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Example, your sleep is sacred. Your focused work time is sacred. Your time with close family is sacred. Concrete action. Before setting a boundary, anchor yourself in the value you are protecting. When you say no to a late commitment, you are not saying no to the person. You are saying yes to your sacred sleep and your health. When you say no to a last-minute request, you are saying yes to your sacred priority for the day. Guilt disappears when you act on behalf of a higher value. Setting boundaries is not rejection. It is an act of self-definition that honors both your needs and the truth of the relationship. Responsibility contract. Accept that their reactions are their property. Clarity. Use the naked and friendly no without justification. Alignment. Act on behalf of your sacred values. By protecting your energy, you become a source of calm and strength, not a sponge for others' distress. If this message gives you the courage to assert yourself, please like this video. Share it with someone who is afraid to say no. Subscribe to Prentice's Echoes for more applied wisdom. Tell me in the comments, what is the sacred value you will start protecting today? See you soon.